everyone, it's Mara Allard of Wind, Water, and Wisdom. And today it is the full moon in Leo. It is also the celebration of Imbolc, a Celtic holiday Celtic celebration, where we honor the time between the winter solstice and the spring solstice, where if you're in the northern hemisphere, it is winter and things are just dead. And Imbolc is a remembrance that things are under the surface beginning to bud, to germinate. And so it is keeping the fires going. They honor Bridget during Imbolc. And it is Bridget that keeps the fire burning through the winter, so that come spring equinox, we have the blooming, beginning of the blooming through the ground. So when we're here in February, where we can feel like everything is just dead, we have to remember, if you're celebrating winter right now, is that below the surface there is a fire. There is a rejuvenation coming, regeneration at the spring equinox, where things will bloom again. Which is very fitting for where we can feel right now in the world, is that things just bleak sometimes. And then we have to remember that in times of darkness, things are still under the ground, burning a fire, rejuvenating. Keep the faith, keep the hope, keep the fire burning. So I asked for 3 cards for what we need to pay attention to on this full moon in Leo and the celebration of Imbolc on February 1st. And these are your 3 cards. So look at each card for a minute. Which card is your attention drawn to? Where do you feel a little spark, or a little pull or tug or nudge or something in your body just saying that's the one? Pick that and honor that one. Claim it for yourself. Got your card? Okay. If you picked this card, on this full moon, in the celebration of Imbolc, it is time for a nap. How fitting is this card on February 1st in winter, especially a lot of us right now are snowbound. If you're in the East Coast or even the Southeast or whatever, across the United States, there is a lot of harsh winter weather. Time for a nap. Time to give yourself permission to let go, relax, snooze. Let the fire burn underneath while you rest your body. Have you been pushing? Or are you just burnt out and tired by all that's going on in your life and the world? Give yourself permission to rejuvenate yourself through rest. This card is telling you to rest. Do not put, all these cards are not action cards. So that's interesting. So on this full moon and in this celebration, and as we enter February, today's card is asking you to rest, not push. Receive the gift of rest. Allow yourself to just give yourself that gift, that you don't have to solve everything today. That you can allow yourself this gift of just whatever rest looks like. Does rest look like curled up reading a book? Does it take an actual rest in your bed, nap? Does it mean a nap? Like I said, it doesn't have to be this deep sleep. Can it be a bath? What can you give yourself? Is it Netflix? Something that just lets you be. Not pushing, not trying to accomplish anything, not worrying about the world, not worrying about your life. Just giving yourself the grace and the gift of rest. If you pick the center card, you got Observer. Again, not an action card. This is asking you to observe what's going on around you, not act. Just take it all in. It's asking you to look at all these situations in all different directions. Can you see things in different lights, different ways? You don't judge, you just look. Can you look at things with wonder? Can you look, right now I have snow outside. On all the branches, there's white, beautiful fluff. I don't like snow. But can I look at snow in wonder and how beautiful and peaceful it looks and feels? Yes. Can I just observe that? I don't have to go out in it. I can just look out my window. And the mountains are all covered in snow. I'm blessed to be here to look at that. Can I observe the wonder in my life? Can I observe others' opinions and hold their opinion softly without having to change it? Can I sit with the differences of others and just look at it from a different way or a different angle? Can you look at the world in a different angle? Are things actually shifting in your life? Did you used to look at things one way and now you're looking at them the other way? Or things are changing a little? Just be the observer. This card today, on this full moon, this is a full moon card, is asking you to observe. Again, not asking for anything to do. Just look and bear witness. That can be, like I said, at other people, at other situations, or in wonder. It's a beautiful day to look at wonder. It's a Sunday, don't even know what day, it's a Sunday. Okay? And the last card is, again, not a doing card. It is chaos and conflict. But when I see chaos and conflict, what this card means to me is chaos and conflict come before order. And in order to get to a place of order in your life, there may be a disruption. On this full moon, are you in a place right now where things don't look the way you want them to look? Could be the outward world, could be your personal world. It's asking you to accept that before there can be order, before things can return to the state that you would probably prefer, we must weather the storm. So if you're in a place in your life right now where there is a storm going on personally, or if you feel the world is the storm, know that this is where we have to be on this full moon, but that to let yourself know that you must go through this in order to get to the other place. I always can liken this, and this is a very large liken, but when I was getting sober, I felt like it was the worst thing in the world and the hardest thing in my life. And it was complete chaos and conflict in all levels of my life. It with myself, with everyone around me, with the world. And yet I had to go through that chaos and conflict in order to get to where I am today, which is in such a different place where I don't rely on something to make me happy or to get through a day. So, my divorce, chaos and conflict, but to get into another place where I learned self-love, self-respect. Illness, death, divorce, addiction of any kind, being around people who are in those situations, that can be chaos and conflict. But doesn't mean that you won't reach the other thing. Every storm passes. Every tornado, every blizzard, every hurricane, everything stops at some point. Every storm has an end. And the sun comes out again. So if this was your card, realize that whatever you're going through, whatever situation that feels, and even it can be a situation around you that is inflicting on you. Like you could be living with a person going through a hard situation and that, affects you. It doesn't have to be your own personal storm. It can be a storm around you, a friend, a neighbor, a coworker, a partner, a child, the world, and realize that the sun will come out again. Maybe not in the way it did before, but in its own way and in a better way, in a way that's made for you. Okay, so remind you, we have chaos and conflict. We have just go take rest. Give yourself grace and permission. An observer. Don't do anything. Look at life through another telescope. Through the telescope, change the setting of the lens, observe. Happy full moon in Leo. Light a white candle tonight if you can. Honor the energy of this full new moon. Honor the energy of Imbolc, where we are honoring the time between the winter solstice and the spring solstice and acknowledging that there is a fire burning still under the ground, heating it up for when we have the rebirth of spring. Have a great day.